That's a special game to be a part of. I know you guys in the media like to try to trick me and act like I don't care about the game. Like, of course I care about the game, but you got to be business as usual as you lead up to it. But it's a high pressure game for both programs. Our fans pour their heart and soul into it. So to be able to, get this win is great for them. Got a lot of respect for that team, Cincinnati, and our guys are getting better and better. Trey Carroll was amazing. The fact that we're just taking care of the ball like we are. I mean, we only turned it over 4 times versus a team who's really, really good at turning people over. So, great win. We'll get a little rest, and then we'll get back at it.
Trey was just in here talking about how special this moment was for him. He's only here at Xavier. How special was it to watch him?
Yeah. I mean, Trey obviously was at FAU. They had success, but, to come to this level and to experience that, that's what it's all about. I know, people are transferring all over the place, but college basketball is still really, really special. And you have non-conference games like that in this building on national TV. It's fun to watch our players just grow and get better.
Wes said he felt like they couldn't really guard you guys when they were in their man-to-man, and that's why they had to go to the zone in the second half. Did you see that potential going into this game with your front court's ability to kind of stretch them out?
No, it certainly hurt us a little bit, and then we settled in towards the end. But they discombobulated us a little bit. I mean, they hadn't done that a lot. They did it a little bit, but we didn't. We prepared for it, but we didn't handle it well. But then we handled it way better towards the end of the second half.
Okay.
Coach, you've been a part of a bunch of rivalry games throughout your career, and now that you've experienced one, you've won one. How does the crosstown rank to you?
Well, the unique part of it is obviously you're 3 miles apart. There's no professional NBA team, so they love college basketball, and you only play once a year, so the bragging rights are at an all-time high. So for 364 more days, Xavier fans get to talk all types of nonsense to UC fans, and then that's the beauty of the rivalry. So special. I got a lot of respect for Wes and that program. It was hard to beat them, but proud of the players to have this moment. Proud of our fans to be able to pack the Cintas Center and to experience that as well.
I'm not sure if I'll get the microphone back, Richard, so I'm going to fire 2 quick ones at you. The first one being, as a coach of a team without players ever played in this game, were you curious to see how they would react in the moment, in the environment? And second, what do you think it was about Trey Carroll's game that gave UC trouble tonight?
Well, the first thing, you just don't know when you have so many new players. Obviously we played in some big games, whether it was the exempt tournament. Santa Clara is a really good team at Iowa, but this is a whole nother animal. And when you can't reference, hey, you've been a part of the crosstown shootout before, you just don't know. And so I thought our guys certainly rose to the occasion there. They were ready to go. And we knew our fans would certainly be fired up and be energetic. So that was awesome to see. And then for Trey, I mean, he made a lot of, we kind of went into some Barkley stuff and see how they were going to guard him. And he made some tough shots as well. But he certainly was battling. The only thing he didn't do was make free throws. But I mean, he should have had 35, 36 points. So very, very proud of him. He works really hard. He's a gamer. He loves it here. So it was a special moment for him.
Jovan gets hit with 2 fouls early. What'd you make of Pop and Anthony coming in to give you some big?
Yeah, I thought they were both really good. I mean, Anthony was battling in the first half, rebounding. Pop certainly is a better shot blocker than Anthony, and he had 2 block shots in the second half, I believe. They had a really big one late. So it's going to have to be kind of by committee with those guys. But, I mean, obviously UC is way bigger than we are, way more athletic than we are, but we were able to scratch a call. The rebounding caught up to us, but to have Pop and to have Ant go in there and battle, give Jovan a break, give Trey a break was huge.
Coach, after Santa Clara, you were where you were. Why have you guys been able to make such a leap in terms of your progress?
Just hard work, I mean, I think tinkered with some lineups, got some confidence offensively, not turning the ball over. It's been a huge thing to play in that game and have 19 assists and 4 turnovers versus one of the best defensive teams in the country is remarkable. They're buying into it. You know, I think they're really sharing the basketball very, very well. They've always been a humble group. You know, when we lost to Santa Clara, I didn't feel like we needed to be humbled. I just thought we needed to get back to work. And the one thing about me that I really, really try hard to do is never be too high, never be too low, be the same guy every day. And I think that consistency has really helped. And I think they're really, really high character guys, as good as it gets.
And a quick follow-up, anything about the last 4 games surprise you in a pleasant way?
I would say the assisted turnover. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't know if I've ever played in a game where you only turn the ball over 4 times. And Phil, that was a ridiculous turn. I almost threw the ball out when he did that. But to do that versus a team that really, really pressures you and they're long and they're, I think that's been a huge, huge key for us.
Making 3-point shots has been such a big part of your recent success. Was it nice to win a game where you don't shoot well from the outside and do it in other ways?
My preference is to always shoot the 3 extremely well. They were staying home on a lot of shooters. So that's why we went to the Barkley stuff, because, you know, if you have your big down by the basket and they've got some shot blockers, we had to get them out of there. So we put Jovan on the perimeter and tried to really clear some space, because we just don't have great guys that get into the rim. And they were staying home. It was a really good game plan by Wes. But yeah, I mean, you make 24 baskets. You got to the foul line. Need to make more of those. But certainly was not the way we've been winning, which was great.
Is there anything or any moment that sticks out to you that made you think, okay, this is a game, a rivalry game that means something to this city and this fan base?
I've always known it means a lot. Like, everyone I talk to in the community brings it up to me. But it's a coach's responsibility to never, ever make one game bigger than another. We all know it's a bigger game than, no disrespect to St. Francis, we know it's a huge game. But it's my responsibility to turn the page from the last game and just get better every single day. But man, when I was sitting in that coach's locker room about an hour before the game and I could hear the students screaming and yelling, I knew there was going to be an entertaining night and a special night.
Coach, I know you talked about Trey earlier, back to him. I know it's the new day of college basketball, and he certainly was part of it in the transfer portal, but he seems to have a mature perspective about him, an old school approach even in how he goes about playing. And can you expand on that? It seems like he's really appreciative or extra appreciative of being here, being in this situation.
Yeah. He's a married man. His wife is great. He's older. But yes, I think that's the biggest thing I harp to our guys on. You talk NIL and you talk all this, like, they're given a lot by Xavier. They're given a lot by the people that support our program. Be grateful. Be extremely grateful of what you have and what you're provided here. And I think we do have a grateful group of guys, and certainly starts with Trey. I think he's savoring the moments. I know he enjoyed tonight. I think it was the longest post-game interview I've ever seen in my life. You were waiting for him in the locker room. But a really, really cool moment for him to have.
Last question. You mentioned a couple of times you went to Barkley stuff. Can you give me a 15-second tutorial on what that is?
Do you never watch basketball?
Of course. I
So,
how did it work for you?
Yeah. So what it is essentially giving Trey the ball around the 3-point line. We didn't think the ball screen stuff was working. And then what you call is Barkley down, meaning dribble down, kind of back down from there. Trey can pass. And so read the coverage. They were low trapping a little bit. We got Jovan to the perimeter. If they were one-on-one, Trey was obviously doing really well. They had a lot of length that was bothering our ball screen stuff. And so we went to that late, and I thought it was pretty effective.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.